Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right. You tuned into another episode of the Viewers Anonymous podcast, where we give you our very own reviews and takes of movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. Before we get into the motion and commotion, make sure you go follow us on all our socials on Twitter and Instagram at ViewAnonPod, on Facebook VA Pod Watch Group, on YouTube Viewers Anonymous. Make sure to hit that like, share, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell for alerts. And sign up for our Patreon at patreon.com/Viewers Anonymous. If you couldn't keep up with me, all of those links are in the description. And last but not least, please make sure you go to Spotify, hit that follow button, Viewers Anonymous, and listen to us on Spotify. For those that have done it, I appreciate it. The numbers have been going up on Spotify. We get to see the analytics and stuff like that, so we can see whenever they move up. So thank you for everybody who has followed that call to action. And for those who haven't, please make sure you go do the same thing. And that's that, bro. What's up, man?
Can't call it. Just living, man. Trying to anyway. Got 6 days this week, so now looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying? Gotta serve the people up tomorrow on this Saturday of nice weather that we getting down here in the Carolinas. But
enjoy it.
Other than that, man, yeah, I'm trying to. We set a record. Is that Tuesday? They said it was the hottest for February. It got up to 81 degrees.
Nice. Damn. Well, they talking about it. They told us supposed to have 5 more snowstorms before all this shit is said and done. So
the fuck?
Yeah. Definitely enjoy it. I hope it doesn't reach down to y'all. Yeah, I hope it doesn't reach down to y'all. But hey man, these last few days, brother, been very relaxed, been very vibish, you know what I'm saying? Been very good. Been kicking back and chilling, man, working hard, getting some stuff done. Shit been straight, man. Everything been good, bro. I ain't got no complaints, man.
That's what's up, man.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. I mean, I got some, but you know what I'm saying? Nobody give a fuck.
I mean, we all got some, but as far as these last few days, man, it really ain't nothing for me to complain about, to be honest with you. I mean, other than the fact that Myles Garrett is trying to leave the Cleveland Browns, and then Denzel Ward said if he leave, he might leave too. I'm like, God damn, man. Outside of that, that's about it. Oh, speaking of football, real quick, bro. Jameis Winston is
a national treasure, bud.
MVP of sports media right now, bro. When I tell you this man is living his best life down there in New Orleans, bro. Hey, I don't care if a team don't sign Jameis Winston next year, that's fine. But one of them sports networks need to hurry up and do it. Get my man a contract ASAP, bro. Jameis Winston is like you said, a national. You just hit the nail on the head. He is a national treasure, bro. Bro, this nigga was in New Orleans eating a W-shaped beignet. Have you seen that video?
No.
Oh my god.
I didn't see that video. But did you see the video when he asked Saquon Barkley a question? And then he said, no. It wasn't him. It was Devontae Smith. Mm-hmm. And that motherfucker said, I'm gonna throw you a W. And so he did the W and he threw it at him and he caught it. And then he said, make sure you eat it. Yo.
Hey, bro, the greatest, bro.
Hey, but that dude is a fool, bro.
Greatest, bro. My favorite, my all-time favorite, Jameis Winston quote. That nigga said, God has blessed me today to go outside and play in the snow. Hey, man. Hey, bro, I I love it, bro. I just it's man. Listen, bro. It's just so dope to just go see him because Jameis Winston has been a favorite of mine for quite some time. When they first started showing the videos when he was just like hyping the team up and doing the talking when he was in Tampa Bay, I was like, I like this dude, bro. Like he funny as hell. He, you know what I'm saying? He just trying to get his team rocking. Like I fuck with dude. When he was in New Orleans, everybody was talking about, oh man, Jameis Winston ain't gonna do nothing. He gonna be trash. I drafted him in my fantasy league. Came out that first game, booming, 400 yards. Got injured. I was salty. I'm like, damn, bro. I knew he was gonna be on the tear that year. Ended up getting injured, but he still was doing his thing, bro. When he came to Cleveland, bro, I was like, yes, this is what we need, bro. This is what we need. I was so happy he came to Cleveland. I gotta go get me a Jameis Winston jersey, by the way, too. But I was so happy when he came to Cleveland, bro. And I hope we bring him back. But yeah, shout out to Jameis Winston, man. He is definitely making this Super Bowl very, very, or this week leading up to the Super Bowl. He has made it very, very entertaining, bro. But I just wanted to get that out there, bro, because I have really been enjoying his videos. Today is an awesome day today. You know what I'm saying? Because today we get to rep the same smart tech. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Man, this is one of the funnest movies that I watched in my lifetime. So much so that I'm going to do this whole episode off the dome. I have not watched this film.
Okay.
I just want to let you know that. But I'm telling you how great this movie is because I'm going off the dome with this one. So, if you haven't heard the last episode, man, and if you haven't read the title and we just happened to pop up in your headphones or on your speakers, today we are going to do the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin, released in 2005, directed and produced and all that by Judd Apatow, starring Steve Carrell, Catherine Keener, Paul Rudd, Romany Malco, Seth Rogen, Elizabeth Banks, Leslie Mann, Jane Lynch, and a bunch of other people. This movie is about a man who has struggled his whole life with doing the one thing that all men aspire to do at some point in time. For most men, it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's a trial. You know what I'm saying? It's a journey into manhood. It is the bridge we have to cross in high school sometimes. Most of the time, I say. You know what I'm saying? To get to the other side. This is where boys become men. This is where, this is where you can become the alpha in your friend group in high school. In the 80s, that's how the movies was about. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in high school going to get some cheeks.
Hey. Bro, that's what The Wood was about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This man struggled with it for 40 years of his life. And finally, one day, he meets a woman who catches his eye and he works to get her. But the people around him are not leading him down the right path. So he eventually learns that if you be yourself, you too can eventually cross that threshold into manhood. So
I hear you, but I do think that in some cases they helped. Like I do think it took them to kind of, you know what I'm saying, to get him out of his shell a little bit, because he was kind of just living life at the same routine, doing the same shit every day. This motherfucker had on his refrigerator when he would play the video game, bro.
Hey, bro.
Come on.
Hey,
Man.
nah, bro. The
Hey,
craziest,
come on.
the craziest shit in the world when they was talking about what they did over the weekend when they was at work, like when they was coming in, and that nigga,
Yeah.
the flashback happened, bro, and that nigga was rapping cameo. Hey, bro, Steve
Hey,
Carrell is fucking crazy. I don't know why they made them pick that song, but that shit was the funniest shit in the world. And you know the part where he was like, "I got a weird," down it when he do the little things like
yeah.
that.
No, hey,
Hey,
bro,
that shit was
the song,
hilarious.
the song, like since we talk about song choices, bro,
Yeah,
man, when he got Beth and he was at her apartment, yo, first of all, that whole scene is fucking hilarious.
yeah.
But for them to play TLC Red Light Special, bro, come on, man.
Hey, man.
He had no idea what he was in for. That was the the funniest shit. Like, see, I told you I like small shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Shit is just it's very subtle. It's not out in your face.
Right.
That motherfucker, she in there, warm herself. First of all, she said, "Let me warm myself up." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, you gotta warm up so you don't pull nothing, right?" So she's sitting there. So she's sitting there with the head of the shower joint, you know what I'm saying? She got it on her stuff. She's sitting there getting herself ready. And he's looking at her like, I can't do this. He goes to turn around. All three of these dudes are fucking sitting there.
Oh
And
my
they
god.
said, I was like, yo. He said, he's like, man, what do y'all do here? He said, how do you even know where she stay? He said, I hit it by 8 months back. He said, look, I had to give her the key back. He said, look, man, you have no idea what you in for. And the funniest shit was, he said, look, all I know is that woman scares the shit out of me. And I just want to go home.
Hey, bro. So for anybody
Hey. Oh, man.
for anybody who is under a rock and has never seen this movie, or maybe maybe comedy movies just aren't your thing. To give you a description um of who, oh my goodness, my fault, of who Andy is. Andy is a nerd through and through. Andy
Yes.
has toy collectibles. Andy likes Star Wars. I'm sure Andy had a pocket protector when he was a kid. Like he is the epitome of being a nerd. So um he is like probably the most like innocent being on planet Earth at this point. If you leave out kid.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for him to see
Mm-hmm.
that is crazy. First and foremost, let's get into some of the let's get into his cast of characters that he has with him. You got Paul Rudd who plays David, you got Romany Malco who plays Jay, and you got Seth Rogen who plays Cal. First off, Seth Rogen is the wrong person to always have around in situations like these because he is the most vulgar man on the planet Earth.
Yeah. Do
And
you remember
so,
how they introduced him to the show? I mean, to the movie?
nah.
This motherfucker said, he said, yo, he said, what you, he was like, man, he said, what you, he said, he asked him what he did this weekend. He said, so we go down to Tijuana. And he was like, so we go into the show. And he said, there's a girl fucking a horse. It's like, what the
Oh man.
Yo, this is how he's introduced to the movie. He said he's going to a show to watch a woman fuck a horse. And then he said, I feel sorry for the woman. And then I started feeling bad for the horse. He was like, what you do this weekend? He finished the whole story about trying to make it took him 3 hours to make an egg salad. And then he realized he had no bread and he didn't want it no more. Yo,
That's funny.
that's insane. No, but
And then
you are right.
yeah,
He's too vulgar.
Yes. Then you got Jay, who is a fucking womanizer. I mean, like Jay is he is like he is like the over the top guy who he gets all the chicks, but he got a chick at home who he don't pay no attention to, and that's the best thing
Yes.
going for him for real. But he don't, he out here trying to, what I'm saying, live the bachelor life. And then you have uh David, who, how do you explain David? Because David is a different character. Like David is the dude that's like he real nonchalant, laid back, but like
And he's obsessed with his girlfriend that broke up with him 2 years ago.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he definitely gets girls, but he's the one dude that like because of how he is. Like knowing him being with a girl, you're gonna be like, oh man, this shit is not going to end good. But this nigga is gonna be he falls in love fast, needless to say.
Yes.
And then who else is in this, man? First off, shout out to Leslie Mann and shout out to Jane Lynch. Two of probably the funniest comedic actors in Judd Apatow's, you know what I'm saying, his little universe.
Mm-hmm.
First off, Jane Lynch is, to me, like, she is the female Seth Rogen. She don't care what she says. She don't care what the scene calls for. If it's going to make you laugh, she is going to do it. When she was in fucking Role Models, bro, and they was in the office, and she said, look at me. You can't bullshit a bullshitter, okay? I know you two. I know exactly what you guys are up to. Huh? You want to do a few lines? You want to have a few drinks? No, you can't do that. You can't do that no more because I'm watching you. She said, yeah. I used to do it. I was crazy. She said, I was doped out. I was out there selling my body. They were sitting in the chairs like, what the fuck are you talking about? So shout out to Jane Lynch. And then Leslie Mann, bro, like, from this movie, no, not this one. Which one was it? Zack and Miri. It was Leslie Mann, the character that they played in Zack and Miri. They ended up making
No, that was Elizabeth Banks.
No, Leslie Mann was in Zack and Miri. Leslie Mann was in Zack and Miri. I'm not talking about the main character. Remember her and Paul Rudd was the was it her? Was she Elizabeth Banks' sister? Yeah, she's Elizabeth Banks.
Dude, that's Knocked Up.
Knocked Up. That's what I'm thinking of. Thank you. Because I'm like, bro, I'm trying to think. Zack and Miri is different. Okay. And Knocked Up. Thank you very much. Knocked Up, she was Elizabeth Banks' sister.
But she was Katherine Heigl's sister.
Katherine Heigl. And then they did a spinoff called This Is 40.
Yeah, This Is 40.
It was about her. Yeah. So, bro.
Yeah.
When she was in that, hilarious. And then when she was in the one with Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds, and they had switched bodies, and Ryan Reynolds is in Jason Bateman's body. So Jason Bateman was married to Leslie Mann.
Oh yeah,
and he was
the change up. Yeah,
yeah, he was about to smash, and she was to go take a shit. She went to go take a shit. He was like, I am turned off now. That shit was funny. So those two already, you know what I'm saying, super hilarious. But basically, like this whole thing is about them finding out that this grown ass 40-year-old man is a virgin. He's never had no cheeks before. And now they're making it like their life's mission to get this dude some cheeks. So the club scene.
Oh my God.
They at the club, you know what I'm saying? They trying to put my man on. And who was he with? They left him with.
He was with Jay, man. They left him with Jay.
Left him with Jay.
Jay said,
bro.
Jay said, look. He said, man, he said, what you do? He said, you need to look for the drunk bitches. He said, I don't want to do no drunk bitches. He said, now wait. He said, you trying to make it seem like I'm insulting them by calling them bitches. Like, that's not what I meant when I said that.
Hey, bro.
Hey, he had him trying to get the drunk, yo, and then he went up to a woman that was passed out on the couch. Yo, they said, hey, she's too drunk.
That shit was crazy, bro. But the club scene to me, man, that shit be funny because like I got a brother like Jay. Right?
Oh
so
God.
Like, yeah, I got a brother like Jay. So like he's married. But before he got married, he used to, we used to go to the clubs and all that stuff when we was younger. And that's exactly how this nigga would be. Like, he would find women in the most peculiar situations. Like, he'd be at the bar. He don't order nothing from the bar. He just go sit at the bar, like just stand there. Wait for girls to come up. And as they coming up, he'll order a drink. And then they'll order their drink. And he'd be like, oh, yeah, put their drinks on my tab. Just to get the attention. I'm like, bro, this shit doesn't work. This shit never works. He did this. If we was going to a bar, if we was going to a club, the shit never worked, bro. And he did this shit. Like, that was his signature move. He goes sit at the bar. The bartender come up to him. You need anything? Not right now. I'm still thinking. He wait for some girls to come up, and then as they coming up, he see them coming up. Hey, matter of fact, let me get and then when they come, they be like, excuse me, can I get hey, put their drinks on my tab. You know how girls do. Oh, thank you. And then he go over there and be like, yeah, I think I got something tonight. You don't have nothing, sir. You just paid for some drinks. That's how you did. They don't care about you, sir.
That's it.
But yeah, that's why I enjoy this movie, bro, because it's so many people that I know that resemble way too many people in this film. In real life, I'd be Seth Rogen.
That don't surprise me.
Not
I see
at all.
that.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, I'm not at the level Seth Rogen is at, but I'd be Seth Rogen for sure.
Yo, the scene, you remember? You remember when they first asked Andy to hang out with them, right? So they went, they played poker at the store.
Yeah,
and so
which is crazy, by the way. That's fucking
crazy. He was whooping the ass. He said because he play online and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So Jay like, oh man, I gotta go, man. I gotta meet this girl or whatever. And it was like and so Jay was like, talk about this girl. He's like, man, the nastiest girl I ever been with. He said, man, he's like, man, this girl let you do anything. He said, man, one time, man, I lubed her up and then she jacked me off with her feet and shit. And so then Seth Rogen tell his nasty story where he's like, yeah, man, like I'm banging this girl. And then her dog started licking my ass. And he was like, shit, this will stop the dog from licking my ass. And he was like, then I took the dog home. And so then David sitting there, he on his lover shit, talking about, when me and what was her name, Kim? I think her name was Kim.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was like, when me and Kim was together, he was like, man, it was like, two souls just linking together. And Jay said, man, nobody wear that bullshit, man. He was like, he said, man, y'all always fucking up the whole vibe. He was like, he said, Andy, man, man, please tell this dude like a real story, man. That motherfucker said, he said, woo, me so horny.
Oh shit.
Hey, he said titties felt like a bag of sand, but they was like, they said, man, have you ever felt titties before? They was like, dude. He said, answer this question truthfully. He's like, man, are you a virgin? He was like, no. They was like, dude, that answers everything. Oh my god, boy!
Hey, bro,
Yo,
I'm gonna tell
I'm
you
talking about.
I'm gonna tell you another good scene in the movie. The fucking the massage parlor scene. Hey, bro, I know everybody. I know everybody. Favorite part of that scene is when he doing. You know what I'm saying?
You
Everybody
know the
favorite part
hair
of the
ripped
movie.
off.
Right? Yeah, when he get the hair ripped off. He be, oh, Kelly Clarkson. Yeah, cool. When that nigga was trying to get the hand job, bro.
What the head job?
Yes, bro. It's never mind. Okay, never mind. You watching the regular movie? It's a deleted scene in there where they take him to a massage parlor.
Oh,
Yeah, it's you got. That's why I said I don't seen this movie way too many times. It's a deleted scene where they trying to get him to, you know what I'm saying, like get his rocks off. So, because you know that's the
yeah.
whole thing about. So, you get into the massage parlor, you getting a massage and shit, and the ladies is talking, and I think it's Japanese or something like that. It might be Chinese, I don't know, but they talking because this is before he go get waxed and shit. So they telling him like, you know, you can go to the massage parlor, like, they'll jack you off. And he was like, what? He like, yeah, they'll jack you off. So he go to the massage parlor. He go to the wrong massage parlor though. So they making fun of him and shit in their language. And then this nigga turn around with the boner and shit. And they sitting there laughing at him and shit. So he, he trying to get one and they run him out the massage parlor, bro. Hilarious. That shit was funny as fuck, bro.
Nah, I
But
didn't
no,
see that.
I know everybody's favorite part is the whole
No,
Kelly Clarkson thing, bro. But that's not the funniest part, bro. The funniest part, I said it on the last one, is when my man is going to see Trish and he talking to her and shit, and she in her store, and and fucking Johnny Hill come in. This nigga. This nigga Andy is talking to her. They supposed to be setting up like a date or some shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? My man, he getting a date and shit. And then nigga Johnny Hill come in and he pick up an item and was like, how much is this? She tell him the price and he be like, yeah, I want to buy it. And she was like, no. You gotta buy it on eBay. That nigga said, but I'm in the store. Like, why can't I buy it? And she was like, well, the name of the store is buy it on eBay. It was like, so I can't buy it. That shit was funny as fuck, bro. Hey, I cried laughing at that scene every time, bro. That shit is so fucking funny to me that she has a fucking store that you can't buy nothing out of. You got to go look at it and then go buy it on eBay. It's funny as fuck to me, bro. That shit was hilarious.
yeah, because even she admitted, like, when they came back from somewhere, and so Trish was in the store, so she was trying to get some help, and so everybody just kind of just ran off and just left them there.
Yeah.
And so she was like, yeah, she said, I got a store across the street. He was like, oh yeah, like, what's it called? And she said, buy it on eBay. And he says, so he was like, so you have a store that you buy everything on eBay? And she's like, yeah. She said, I don't want to be crazy and just hold on to everybody's shit, right? So he said, so why do you even have a store?
Hey, bro.
She said, I don't know. Hey, she said, I don't know. And so she's like, hey, she said, I'm gonna give you my number, right? So she write her number down, bro. She write her number down and get to him. He says, why do you give me your number and you're across the street? She said, I can't answer that question.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
Hey, but he was so fucking oblivious, dude. He
Bro.
had no idea that she was giving him a number because she's feeling him.
Bro. Oh my god. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
but
He had no
it's
social. First of all, he has no social awareness whatsoever, bro. None.
none.
She digging this nigga. This nigga was like a virgin all the way through, bro. Like this nigga was a
Yeah.
real virgin, bro. This man was so innocent, bro. He had no idea she was trying to fuck with this nigga, bro. This nigga was not going for it. Oh
And
my
no, and
god, that shit
then
was
this
so
is
fucking funny, bro.
and then what makes it even worse. So Jay, like, he was like, look, man, she just gave me your number. And so Jay gives him a hug. He was like, see, I told you, man, he was locked in. We got to go celebrate. These motherfuckers go to the bar, bro. And he's so excited, like, I just can't believe it, man. She just gave me your number. I was like, yo, how old are you, man? And that's the thing, man. It's like little bitty shit like that where he was so happy that she just gave him her number. No, yo, bro, when he called her the first time, so he called her, right? So he was like, oh man, just call her. So she says, so the phone rang. She said, hello. He said,
Hey, bro, real quick.
Hey, but that's comedy, bud.
What?
That's
Listen,
comedy.
this was the best. This was the best thing about this too, right? People forget how big Steve Carrell was in this moment because I want to. I want to say like this is when The Office was like getting its recognition as like one of those TV shows that you fuck with. It was like the Office, it was Parks and Rec, and it was it was another show that was with that shit, bro. It was three shows that NBC had that
It
was
was
just killing
3.
at the time. I want to say was it 30 Rock?
It was 30 Rock. Yes.
Yeah, 30 Rock
Yes.
with
Tracy Morgan.
yeah, Tracy Morgan. Yeah. So them three shows was like killing. NBC was that was like the network at the time, bro. When I tell you, bro, Steve Carell, because of The Office, was just going up. Like his shit was just going up. He was doing everything around this time. And the shit that he was doing on The Office, like his character on The Office, this is who Michael Scott was in real life, bro. Like this was the real world version of Michael Scott, bro. Cause that nigga, well, I take that back. Not the real world version of Michael Scott. This was the innocent version of Michael Scott. That's what I felt like. Because in the Office, Michael Scott was definitely getting cheeks. But in this one though, if Michael Scott was like a super green dude, this is exactly who he would be. He would be Andy for sure.
Yeah.
Where do we go? Nikki, Leslie Mann.
Oh my god.
Hold on, I'm trying to remember right. Is this the one he was?
I got you, bro. Listen. So this is at the club scene.
In the bathroom, right?
No. So no, that's Beth. No,
Beth.
Nikki is so when they was at the club.
Yeah.
So so Andy goes over to Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyle's like, yo, like there's just these girls, one girl getting married, the whole bachelorette party's here. They gonna invite us over. So they go over there. So she's all over him and shit.
Oh yeah, she
so yeah. So he, you know what I'm saying, slobbing her down or whatever. She's like, yo, it's boring. Want to get out of here. Bro, let me tell you something. First of all, the little hand slap school, you know what I'm saying? He's walking out with the girl, you know what I'm saying? Jay give him some dap or whatever. But this is the problem. She says, can you drive? And he hit her with, oh, well, I don't have a car with me right now. So she was like, that's fine. She said, let me just shake it off.
No, so didn't she have the breathalyzer thing?
She said, did you drink? He said, no. She said, blow on this. He's like, okay. This motherfucker blows on the shit. He said, what is this? She said, oh, the judge suggests I should have this, yo. He had no idea there was a fucking breathalyzer test.
No.
Yo, if you get in the car with a woman and she got a breathalyzer, whether she passed that bitch or not, get out the car.
Get out, bro. Because that shit was a fucking death sentence, bro. That car ride was crazy.
That was a crazy, but another song choice.
She was listening to.
Get your freak on, man. Missy.
She said, "The one for my people to go get it." That was crazy. Hey, bro. Hey, I told you, Leslie Mann, bro. She come through every time, bro.
Oh,
can you imagine? What was that? Like it was a blue.
No, it was a PT Cruiser.
Yeah, hey, bro. She was everywhere on that road, bro.
Hey, boy, she did literally everything that you could do wrong in the car, bro. She did it. It wasn't just the fact that she wasn't looking at the road
at all.
It was the fact that so she sang and dancing and shit. Then, bro, she burps where it kind of come up a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so then she want to tongue him down while she's driving. And so he had to taste that nasty ass fucking burp, bro. Then she falls asleep, right?
Oh, yeah.
So she's done hit by 8 cars. Now, side swipe by 8 cars, right? Hey, he grabs the steering wheel. This is her response. He grabs the steering wheel. And she was like, get your hand off the steering wheel. Somebody, you're not going to get in my pants acting like that. So then you think it's over. No, it ain't over yet. So she's like, do you think so she's running red lights and everything. She's like, do you think I'm pretty? He's looking at the road. He's like, yes. She's like, you're not looking at me. Tell me I'm pretty and look at me.
She started crying, bro. She started crying on that nigga, bro. Hey, he was so confused. He didn't know what to do.
He didn't know what to do. Hey, boy, that is the worst ride home of all time, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
And then she's like, oh, we're right here. He was like, man, I'm so glad we made it. Man, she smacked that into a car. That bitch started spinning around. And she says, that fucker came out of nowhere. It was like, what?
Hit a parked car, bro.
No, it wasn't parked. No, that motherfucker was coming down the road. She turned without even looking.
Oh,
she just fucking turned that shit. Hey, man, that shit was hell. And then threw up in my man's face and said, he's like, did you have strawberry daiquiri? She was like, yes. She's like, we still can have sex, though. He said, I'll pass. Yo. See, and then that's when he went to work the next day and told them, y'all set me up, man. Yeah. And then they're going to say, oh, well, man, you know, he said, anytime you walking out the club with a drunk girl and she can't even walk out, don't do it. You the main one telling him your lane is to find a drunk woman.
The worst.
Hey, man, they the worst, man. They the worst, man. But oh my gosh, that jump was so funny.
When that nigga Jay set him up, it
wasn't the girl, but
hey, no, I'm talking about with his girl when that nigga was like. He was like, it wasn't me, baby. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. So she came up.
Oh my God.
He was like, yeah. He was like, it's like, yeah, that's my shit. Some. Y'all my business, bitch. Nah, me.
Yo.
That nigga Jay said, hey, whoa. Hey, man, chill.
No. He said, hey, he said, man, my girl found your dating card. Yeah. And she was like, oh yeah, that's my dating card. So she said, so you said, oh man, what was the first one?
It was
I forget what the first one was. He was like, "Yeah, I said that." She said, "So you said no?" She was hurt. Something for the hurting.
She was hurting for a
Anyway,
squirt.
yeah, hurt for squirting, and then the other one was a hoe for show. He said, "Yeah, she was a
Yes,
hoe
she's a
for
hoe
show."
for show.
And so then she said, "You're never gonna find a woman like that." He was like, "Man, you know, you need to stay the hell out of my business." And then, and then he said, "Yo,"
he said, "Back off my shit."
he told J girl. He said, "Man, look, man, you need to get your bitch on a leash, man." He said, "Whoa, hold up, man. You just gonna be talking to my girl like that."
He said, "Nah, I mean, bro, that shit was crazy."
Hey,
bro.
that shit was hilarious, man.
That
That
shit
dude
was
is stupid. Yo, when that motherfucker was crying,
Oh my god.
his excuse, this dude said, he said, she broke up with me. He said, I came home drunk and I still had the condom on, and then I got in the shower. Yo, you tell me.
You way too drunk for that shit, bro.
Yo, listen. See, I don't get drunk. You know what I'm saying? Even when I drink, I don't. If you get so drunk to where you put a condom on, you cheat on your girl, and then you leave with the condom on, you go home, you drive home. All right, you gotta think about this. You gotta put everything in consideration. So first of all, you didn't pee after you nothing. You just left. You just left with the condom on. You got in your car. Well, hold on. So you fuck. You put your clothes on. You leave the condom on. You get in your car. You drive home. You get home. You lock your door. You go unlock the door to get into the house. All this little shit.
Definitely didn't lock the door.
Yeah, you probably didn't lock the door. Definitely. So then you get into the house. Now, but this is what he said. He said he fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So this motherfucker never had to pee or nothing. Just got in the bed, slept
no.
all night.
Ain't no peeing after drunk sex.
You sleep all night.
You passing out.
You wake up the next morning. So you done had a condom on for over about 8 hours. Then you get in the shower with your girl. And you still got the condom on. Yo, get out of my face, bro.
You might not be able to get that motherfucker off in the morning for over 8 hours. Because really, you got to think about it. Drunk sleep, you out of there.
Yeah.
You going to be out for a minute. That motherfucker condom dried up and everything. Nigga, that condom is a part of you now. And you skeeted in it too? That shit like glue, nigga. You that motherfucker on you. That motherfucker ain't going nowhere, brother.
Oh my god. But this is the thing, man. Like, all right. So I don't think everything that they did, like, obviously, like you said when we did the observations of this movie, like they made it their mission to get my man some ass, and they tried their best. Now, everybody had their own different advice on what to do.
Right.
And which I think that at the end of the day, I think it was what Andy needed, because Andy didn't have any fucking interactions, he
ain't had no friends.
Yeah, he ain't had no friends, so he just
that
basically
nigga was playing video games with kids, bro.
Yeah,
on the computer
with all of his fucking toys and shit.
Exactly.
And so hanging out with him.
Wait a minute, time out. Didn't that nigga? That wasn't him. Who was that? Paul Rudd was getting into it with the kids online or something like that when they were playing Call of Duty.
Dude, I know what you talk about, but I feel like that's another movie though.
No, bro, I promise you that's the
because the only thing I remember was
him and Seth Rogen they was in the room playing it. Right?
Yeah, they was playing it, and they was doing the whole little "you're gay" thing.
That's what it was. Okay, never mind. That's what it was. It was them two talking about how gay they was. Okay, never mind. You're right.
Yeah, well, how each other was. It was like, well, you're so gay, you're this, and he was like, well, you're so gay, you're this. So yeah, like, but no, he needed that, man. No, and then this is the thing, when he tried to do so Kyle tried to hook him up with Beth or whatever. Because I guess Beth was just a girl that everybody knew.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can get in Beth pants. So he's like, yo, like Beth is the easiest girl around the way. I'm gonna hook him up with Beth. So he goes in there and try to tell him to, like, don't say much, just kind of, whatever. So he walks up on Beth. She's like, hey, do you need any help? He's like, do you need any help? She said, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? So she was like, we got books or something. And then she was like, you could do it yourself. And he was like, do you like to do it yourself?
Stupid, man.
She said, I do when the mood comes. And so basically he don't say shit. And now he's all happy about having a conversation with her. Yo, she went to they took him to the speed dating joint. Mm-hmm. So he's just lost. So he's just like, look, it worked with Beth. So I'm gonna try it again.
Oh no. No.
That lady said
Gina?
Oh yeah, Gina was crazy.
He was like Gina? No, it's Gina.
He said Gina and she said Gina, yeah. No,
hey,
but the first girl, she was like, how are you? Are you fine? He was like, are you fine? She said, are you fucking retarded?
Who was that? Mindy Kipling? The Indian girl?
No. The Indian girl was what's her name's ex-girlfriend, David.
Paul Rudd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mindy Kipling, bro. Shout out to her too, bro. She that's how she ended up getting on The Office.
Yo, that shit was funny. But he said, no, Kyle told him, he's like, you need to leave my fucking friend alone. And she was like, man, I changed my email. I changed my phone number. I changed it. He said, well, in that case, I'm sorry, because I didn't know that.
I didn't know any of that. That shit was funny as fuck, bro.
Hey, man, it was just too many. It was too many scenes, man. Yo, so he get a call at work. It's fucking Trish. So they get there. So Trish having an argument with her daughter because she wanted to get on the pill, right? So he was like, well, you want me to take her to the clinic? She's like, that's the thing. I don't want her to go to the clinic. He's like, oh, well, you can just learn. So they fucking go there. So the one guy, everybody questions is dumb. So the one guy's like, look, I walked in my son. He was doing some things that was illegal in the state of Alabama. And and the woman says, is there a question there? He was like, yeah. How do I get my wife to do those things?
I'm weak.
And so then this other guy, he says, look, my daughter, she's not that smart. So I want to figure out how to stop her menstrual system. That lady said, you can't. I don't think that's possible. So then Steve Carrell comes with the best question of all time. That motherfucker said, he said, okay, so I got a question that I know other people like. He pointed at this one guy here. I know he's not sexually active.
Dude with the glasses.
He said, is it true if you don't use it, you lose it?
Hey, bro.
Hey, she said, is that a real question?
Bruh. Nah, see, hey, bro. You pointing out some great shit. But I'm going to tell you the one person we ain't talked about yet that steals the show every time he on scene, bro. And that's my man Move, bro. Hey. He was perfect for this movie, bro. That nigga Jay, that nigga in the middle of the cell, bro. He said, hold on, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the brochure for you. That nigga Moon stuck up on her like, hi, are you buying something today? Hey, man, You gotta quit poaching my motherfucking customer. It's like, I'm not poaching the customer. It's like, I'm helping the customer. He was like, no, you're poaching the customer. He was like, look, he said, every time I come around, he said, every time I try to make a sale, here you come, complaining. Oh, Jay, with the crybaby bullshit. That nigga said. He said, hey man, I'm sick of your shit. You gonna make me fuck you? And they say you gonna make me wrap you up your turban and fuck you up. He was like, turban? Turban? Do I look like I have a fucking turban on my head? Do I look like a fucking 7-Eleven? How do you want a slushy? Get out of That nigga said, no. He said, I'm not. He said, I'm from, what did he say? He said, I'm not from India.
I'm from Brooklyn.
He said, I'm from Brooklyn. He was, I was born in Brooklyn. He was like, something. And he said, I will pull the knife out my, he said, I will pull the knife out my sheath. And once it's removed, I will shed blood. That motherfucker said, he was like, man, you got me fucked up. You fucked with the wrong nigga, man. He said, oh, you fucking with the wrong sad nigga. Hey, that shit was amazing, but he was like, no. They cooled it down. He was like, all right, man. He was like, it's all good, man. He was like, you gonna take my shit for a while? He was like,
he said, if you let me keep this sale, he's like, all right, that boy gave him a hug.
Yeah, he was like, all right, Poppy. That shit's stupid as fuck, bro. Hey, bro, that shit was the greatest, bro.
No. Like I'm sitting here debating, like, God, like what's the funniest scene, man? And I'm sorry, man. It has to go. It has to go to that motherfucker said. He said, look. He said, all right, man. He said, I want to get that store. He said, I want to get that extended warranty on the house. And he was like, I can't do that. He's like, come on, man. He's like, man, don't be my bro, be my nigga. He was like, look, he said, I ain't nobody's nigga. He said, man, he's somebody's nigga, but this nigga's tired. He said, all right, now you're being condescending. Now let's move on amicably. He said, no, wait a minute, hold on, man. You throwing too many big words at me, and I don't understand them. So I'm gonna take him as disrespect. And I said, okay. He said, you want a nigga? Nigga here now.
Hey, bro.
Hey, he said, man, I would get my that motherfucker said, man, he said, I've been with the Rolling 16s, nigga, since I was 16, nigga. He said, man, we used to get doors and fuck him in the ass.
Hey, that nigga ran up on that nigga. He said, hey, is everything all right? He was like, so this your boy? He said, yeah, this my boy. He was like, this your boy? He said, here's the boy. He said, y'all together? He said, yeah, we rep the same Smart Tech. He was like, all right, cool, all right.
Both of y'all gonna get clapped.
Both of y'all. He was like, that nigga Steve Carrell said, what the fuck did I do? Hey, bro. Oh aim high, Willis. Aim high. That shit was funny as fuck.
That shit is hilarious, man. I'm talking about.
Did you know that Romany Malco played Hammer in the Hammer movie?
Play who?
MC Hammer.
MC Hammer.
He played MC Hammer in the MC Hammer movie.
I did not know that.
He used to be a part of a hip hop group, and he's a dancer too.
Did not know that.
He been doing this.
Now I did know that he started out as a rapper.
Yep. Yeah,
I did see that.
He played MC Hammer in the MC Hammer movie.
Damn, I did not know that.
Fun fact, bro. Like, yeah, that nigga, he really get busy, bro. Also, have you ever seen Tijuana Jackson?
Tijuana Jackson?
Yeah. That he wrote, he wrote, directed, produced, all that, the movie by himself. It's about a character he used to do on YouTube named Tijuana Jackson, who was a ex-felon. but he turned himself into a motivational speaker. So
Oh God.
so um so if you don't know who Romany Malco is, like he's a comedic actor, but he was like a comedian and shit for a long time too. But anyway, he played MC Hammer a long time ago when they did the Hammer movie. And he was getting like little roles here and there, but he wasn't getting nothing big. So he ended up creating this character and writing this movie and stuff a long time ago. He just never had the chance to, you know what I'm saying, like pitch it and do all that other stuff. So he took the character and started doing the character on YouTube. And he would do this series called Tijuana Jackson motivational speaker or some shit like that. And like people would be calling in to like leave him voicemails and shit, and he would give advice and shit as Tijuana Jackson. Bro, if you ever get a chance, go to YouTube and watch that shit. That shit is the funniest shit in the world, bro. But when he did Think Like a Man, he came in as Tijuana Jackson and interviewed the group and shit. But Tijuana Jackson is one of the funniest things he's ever done. But he ended up making it into a movie. They got like Regina Hall and all them in it. Bro, that shit is hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I see a Tijuana Jackson, Purpose Over Prison.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Nah, I did not know that. Yeah, I see it. It was too legit. The MC Hammer story. Yep.
Yeah,
damn.
He been in it for a minute, bro.
Yep. Because like the first thing he got credited for was a voiceover in 1995 for a great word adventure. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, he directed an episode of A Million Little Things.
Yeah.
In 2023.
He be doing a lot, man.
That's what's up. Nah, he funny, man. And like honestly, the way that this movie was set up, to me, he's like the second guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He had way more screen time, more lines than to me, it's Steve Carrell and then him.
Well, you also got to remember too, he the only one in the relationship.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Throughout the movie, he the only one in the relationship. So that shit is, you know what I'm saying? Like that is like the basically his relationship is the antithesis of what Steve Carell is trying to do, basically.
No, yo, when he told him at the at the restaurant. So now what they said, depending on what you know, the logic that you live by, this could make sense. So he told to Steve Carell's like, so they know he liked the girl at the store across the street. So he was like, he said, what you need to do is you need to fuck a lot of hood rats, right? He was like, man, you fuck a lot of hood rats. And then he's like, then, you know what I'm saying? You get that system, you knock about 20 of them down, then you'd be good. And Kyle was like, yeah. And he the Steve Carell was like, I don't know if I want to fuck a bunch of hood rats. And like Steve Carell, Kyle was like, he said, look, man, he said what he's trying to say is if you fuck a lot of hood rats, so get some experience, so you can at least not be terrible at sex when you finally have sex with Trish. And he was like, then you just be mediocre. He's like, but still probably not that good.
Worst advice ever, bro. Worst advice.
Hey, boy. Yo, these dudes is wild, boy.
Nah, but
wow.
Even you know what I'm saying? You made a great point too, though. Like, even though they had very unconventional ways of trying to, you know what I'm saying, like get my man to the promised land. I think, like you said, what this ultimately ended up doing was it really ultimately ended up helping Andy's character to pretty much like, you know what I'm saying, like you said, come out his shell and not necessarily be so introverted and, you know what I'm saying, antisocial. Because I think because at one point in time he gave up his toy collection. He was giving up his toy collection. Like he was
Yep.
taking down all the shit. Like he was, you know what I'm saying? Like he was really like trying to get into being more social and like, you know what I'm saying, being out there. So yeah, they did help him a lot, bro. They did a lot for him for real. And they ended up actually becoming his friends, which he really needed.
Oh yeah, he really needed that, man, because the life that he was living, same routine every day. You know what I'm saying? And like, and even Jay told him, he was like, "Yo, have your old antics worked for you up to this point? Like
Mm-hmm.
you're a 40-year-old virgin, so like, step outside your comfort zone, do something different." And I think, really, honestly, if like we've been like having a moment's honest, I mean, a honest moment, is that if you take pieces of advice from all of them, I think that's what finally got him over. Because I
Yeah.
think that, you know what I'm saying, some of the shit that Jay was doing is saying, you take, you know what I'm saying, pieces of it that help. You take little pieces of from Kyle, what he said, and David. I
Mm-hmm.
think the biggest piece was with Kyle, when Kyle was like, "Yo, tell her you a virgin,"
Yeah.
and like he was like, "Just tell her," and then like he was gonna tell her when they went out to the lunch one time, and she kind of stopped him and was like, "Look, I'm sorry for telling you I didn't have kids," type of thing.
Yeah.
And so, that kind of prevented him from telling her. But then, like, he finally, after he fucking went through 2 signs on a fucking back of a truck, and she finally told him, he finally told her that he was a
Scooter.
virgin or whatever. Yeah, well, he was on his bike because he was chasing her because she thought that he was gonna kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny though. Like even no, oh my gosh, no, a full clarity moment. So Jay was telling him after after the Leslie Mann joint. So he was like
Mm-hmm.
telling her, telling them how bad it went and all this type of shit. And Jay said, "Man, what you got to do, man? You got to stop putting the pussy on a pedestal," and
Yeah.
then all this other stuff, right?
He said, what
So
that mean?
then,
Put the pussy on the pedestal.
so, so then, when they was at when he took the her daughter to that meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and then that black guy said, because because the lady said, "Who's in here the virgin?" So
Mm-hmm.
her daughter raises her hand, and everybody started laughing at her. And so he was like, "Well, I'm a virgin too." And then so everybody, "Oh, well, you ain't no virgin or whatever." And he was like, "No, I am." He's like, "It's a personal choice. It's just, something that I just wanted to do." And my man said, "Look, you know what your problem is? You putting the pussy on the pedestal." He said,
Oh,
"Man,
you
what
talking
is
about
this pussy?" The black guy that was in there.
wasn't that Craig Robinson?
No, it wasn't Craig Robinson. That was I saw it in the thing. But he was like, "Man," he said, "What is this pussy on the pedestal?" He's like, he said, "You the second guy that told me this." Yo, what would have been funny if he would have said, "You the second black guy that
Yeah.
told me this."
Yeah. Definitely.
Now his name is Cedric Yarborough.
Oh yeah, yeah. From Reno 911.
Yeah, yeah. But yep,
Cedric
you right,
Yarbrough is
guy.
funny as fuck too, bro. Cedric Yarbrough is fucking hilarious. Um, I don't know if you used to watch Reno 911, but that nigga,
Nah.
oh man, you got to go back and watch it, bro. You talking about comedy? Reno 911 was called. That's where what is her name? She got the show on TNT, Claws. Uh, damn man. Um, I can't believe I can't think
Oh,
of her
Niecy
name.
Nash.
Niecy Nash. That's what
Niecy
Niecy
Nash.
Nash is. Niecy Nash is on Reno 911. That's where I first seen her from. Uh, but in Black Dynamite, it's a scene where they at like a little hangout spot. It's like a little lounge spot or whatever, and like people in there playing pool and drinking, and just like kicking it. So it's Bokeem Woodbine, is Tommy Davidson, Cedric Yarborough. I can't remember who else was in there, but those are the main ones in the scene. And they talking about how, you know what I'm saying, they gonna be moving they all pimps, like they pimps and drug dealers and shit. So they are talking about how they, you know what I'm saying, they making money and they talking shit back and forth or whatever. So Black Dynamite busts in there and he like, hey, I just want to let every one of y'all know. He was like, from now on, there won't be no pushing drugs, there won't be no pimping. He was like, there won't be none of that stuff going on against the black community. He was like, no more. He was like, and if you got a problem with it, you're gonna have to deal with Black Dynamite. So the nigga said to y'all, bro, was like, he said, no, he was like, it won't be no more drugs. So dude, Bokeem Woodbine was like, man, this nigga. And then he was like, it won't be it won't be no more pushing drugs, and it won't be no more pushing drugs to the community. And then said your brother was like, but Black Dynamite, I push drugs to the community. Hey, bro, just that one part. That's all it was. Just that one part, bro. That shit was so fucking funny to me, bro. Cause you know you done seen Black Dynamite, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know it's supposed to be like a spoof of a blaxploitation film, and you know
Yeah.
all the shit blaxploitation films is bad. Everything bad about it. But that's what made them good, right? So this nigga like, yeah, you know, so y'all here pimping and dealing drugs. He was like, y'all ruining in the community. He was like, so it won't be no more pimping. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, it won't be no more drugs. And he was like, and you definitely won't be pushing it to the community. That nigga said, but Black Dynamite, I push drugs to the community. Hey, bro, that shit was funny as fuck. It was so unexpected though, cause like they didn't pan to him while he was talking or nothing. It's just right after he said it, he came in and said that shit, bro. That shit was funny as hell, bro.
Oh man.
But yeah, man. Shit. Ultimately, you know what I'm saying, my man Andy ended up getting the cheeks. You know what I'm saying? He ended up living happily ever after. I want to say Jay got his girl back.
Yeah, remember because she got pregnant.
Yep.
So he got his girl back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Andy was able to, you know what I'm saying, he married her, made an honest woman out of her.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Got in there, busted after a minute. And then so then she's like, hey, so you ready to go again? And then he's like, yeah. Then he done bust them cheeks for 2 hours, but she's like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So then they started singing the Fifth Dimension song up in this piece, bud.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Hey, bud. They started singing Aquarius in this bitch. Hey, bud. The song choices in this movie, bud.
For sure, was nuts, bro.
Yeah, it was wild.
Riding in the fucking Prius and the bitch is drunk singing "Get Your Freak On."
Yeah,
bro. I'm sorry though. That shit was the funniest shit in the world to me. She said, "Woman, hip hop," and she did the hands and shit. Yeah, that shit was all time, bro. But man, let's go ahead and let's get into the Fire Flames, bro.
Let's do it.
Yoga fire, yoga flame.
All right, so what are you giving this?
Man, come on, man. It's a 5, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's just too many. It's too many monumental moments, man. And then at the same time, we don't get this comedy anymore.
Right.
Like, and I get it. I understand the times has changed. And I understand some people are just scared to do it. I know some people think that maybe the nostalgia is all right. So let me ask you this. Do you think that this is stuck in the early 2000s? Do you even think that they could try to reduplicate this type of comedy again? Do you think people will go for it, or it's just we got to keep going back and watching the old classics?
Actually, not for nothing, I think just in the style of this movie, I think it can be done only because if you really watching this, right, everything that is considered like the bad part of this movie, they're going against it for real. Like Jay being a misogynist, like they not really like fucking with that. Like Andy ain't really fucking with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay keep telling this nigga, bro, you gotta bang a whole bunch of girls. You gotta bang a whole bunch of girls. He's like, man, I'm not doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Cal with all the wild shit that he be on. Andy ain't with that shit. And then like David, he in love, but like he kind of stalkerish. But
Kinda.
yeah, he's a stalker. He's damn sure a stalker. But it's not like it ain't like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he showed up to the speed dating thing just to go see her. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew she was gonna be at speed dating or whatever. But it ain't like outlandish though. And then it's like
Yeah.
even the fact that like, okay, he started going on all these dates. Even the dates that he was on, it wasn't like he wasn't being no creep. He wasn't being like, you know what I'm saying, like no pervert or nothing. He was genuinely going to date these girls. He just so happened to be running into some women who was like into some wild shit. So
yeah,
like that, I think it can be recreated. Now, some of the stuff they were saying in there, I don't know if you can do that. Like Jane Lynch, she can't be in it. Seth Rogen probably can't be in it. You know what I'm saying? But Jane Lynch be saying some wild shit.
Yeah.
When she was in fucking role model talking about sucking dick for drugs, bro. When them niggas got in trouble after the camping trip, that shit, bro. Hey, yeah, that was crazy. But nah, I mean, I think something like this could definitely be remade. It might be a little bit toned down just a tad bit, but I don't think that'll stop it from being funny. I think what really made this movie funny was not the fact that he was a virgin, it was the fact that he was a fucking nerd. Like, because you could have made this movie at the time. You could have made this movie like where like, okay, role models, right? Like how Sean William Scott was the dude that was just, he was boning everybody. You could have made that character, but he just don't never, like he a Johnny Bravo type nigga. Like he don't never get no cheeks though. Like he always trying to talk to women, he don't never get no cheeks. But he always putting on the front like he get cheeks all the time, knowing he don't get none. Like they could have made it like that, and it still would have hit the same. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they made Andy the way that he was, I think that's what really made it funny, because it wasn't you know what I'm saying, like he was just unaware of every goddamn thing, bro. This nigga was like really out of sync with being a fucking adult, like a normal average adult that's out in the world. So I think like they could probably, if they wanted to remake it like this, remake something like this, and maybe like put a different spin on it or something, they could definitely do that without, you know, the whole PC thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think what would make it funnier, and what could really make it funnier, is if they do this with a woman. That shit would be hilarious. Like a bridesmaid style type movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get that off with a woman for sure, bro. That shit would be hilarious.
I got you.
Yeah.
So what you got, man? What's your rating?
5. Without question, 5. The cast is, at the time this movie came out, the cast is untouchable. Especially as far as comedy goes, the cast is untouchable. You gotta think about all the shit that they did. They did Pineapple Express, they did fucking Step Brothers. They did well, they wasn't necessarily all in Step Brothers, but people in the cast was in Step Brothers. Shit, Knocked Up, Zack and Miri, This Is the End, shit, fucking Seth Rogen and
This is 40, Super
yep,
Bad.
Super Bad. Seth Rogen and fuck, why is his name blanking my shit? James Franco. Them two at the time, untouchable. I don't care what they would have been in. It was gonna be a hit at the time. So they couldn't have failed with everybody that they had at the moment. Judd Apatow was on fire at that time, and not for nothing, bro. Like this was a great time for comedy movies anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like this was an amazing time for comedy movies. Um, 2005, I was a sophomore. So shit like Napoleon Dynamite was out. Comedy Central was one of the hottest networks out at the time. Like I said, The Office was booming, 30 Rock was booming, SNL was on top, Parks and Rec was going crazy. I'm trying to think who else was out. Like Aziz Ansari was one of those dudes that was going crazy. Um, Reno 911 was another one of those shows. South Park was big at the time. Like it was like this was the time where comedy was taking. Fucking Dane Cook was on his way up. Like this was a time where comedy you could get anything off with comedy.
Yeah.
Like you could really get some shit off with comedy. So yeah, this was a 5 across the board. If we could go higher, I'd go higher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, this was one of those ones, man. Let's get into coming soon, bro.
Let's do it.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
Ooh, this is gonna be good, man. Okay, so if you are an Apple TV watcher, you know that Silo season 2 had dropped already. I want to say that the season should be at an end or it's already ended. I'm not sure. I have not watched any of it, so I'll be watching all this shit for the first time.
Oh damn, I'm on episode 5.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be watching all this for the first time. So we are going to. We didn't do Silo season 1, right?
Yeah, we did.
We did. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are doing a continuation of Silo's the second season. If you haven't seen Silo, you need to go watch it. It is everything it needs to be. I will say that. We've said it. I don't know how many times on this show, bro. Apple TV. Listen, if you're not watching nothing on Apple TV, you missing out on a lot. They got bangers on there. We've done what? Movies, TV shows. Like we've done a lot off of. I mean, because no, I don't think we did a doc off of Apple yet, have we?
A doc off of what?
Apple TV.
Not a doc.
Yeah, we ain't did a doc. I think that's the only thing we ain't done yet.
No, not a doc. No.
Yeah, but Apple TV has some shit on there, and they got some stars on there too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's the one guy's name? David Olayewu. Olayewu.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Star. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some. They got some Common. He in this. Like they got some stars, bro. So if you are one of them people that likes watching Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime and all that, Apple TV is the next thing you need to jump on and get into. So check us out. Make sure you go watch Silo season 2, catch up, get to where you need to be. If you haven't seen either of the seasons, go make sure you go watch those. You could binge watch. I know for sure you could binge watch the first season. I don't know if the second season is finished yet. But that is definitely something that I'm going to be doing. And I also got to get into Severance too. I haven't watched Severance yet either. So get with us, excuse me, on the next episode. That is what we will be getting into. If you enjoyed this episode, if you didn't enjoy this episode, and if you too feel like that you gotta, you know what I'm saying, go smash 20 hood rats. That's what it was, bro. It wasn't the fact that he said 20 hood rats. It was what he said you had to do to him. I forgot what it was. But he wasn't saying, he ain't say you gotta go fuck 20 hood rats. He was saying something else. He was like, you gotta go like knock them down. It was the way, however he put it, it was what really made it funny though.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you gotta go get 20 hood rats, man, just to make sure, you know what I'm saying, you got your shit right. Hit us up, let us know. And please, 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 don't send us no freaky stories. We don't want to read your freaky stories, man. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all out there be loving to tell you war stories. Don't do that. We don't want to hear that. We want to talk about movies, okay? So keep your freaky tall tales to yourself. But hit us up, let us know on the socials. You can hit us up independently. Find me on X or Twitter at Scoots Bronson. I got a link tree in my bio. You can follow me everywhere else there.
Yep, and y'all can find me at S.Foster8 on Instagram, TikTok, and X. Follow the podcast, 28 minutes or less. So all major platforms. Last episode is what 166. What the fuck I do? Oh, season 2 of Night Agent. Damn, forgot what I did. So yeah, go check that out on all major platforms.
All right, and also, be on the lookout too. We will be doing the Oscar show again this year. I know last year was our first one. That was kind of fun. But I want to work out something different, so we might have something special in store for y'all. So stay tuned. Make sure you look at your socials. Make sure you're paying attention because I think we're gonna have something in the works for this Oscars, man. Last but not least, if you are following us on Twitter, if you are following the Viewers Anonymous page on Twitter, make sure you are also following us individually. Every Monday, we have been doing the spaces where we pretty much don't necessarily just talk about TV and film. We just talk about everything surrounding it. Technically, we still talk about movies and actors and everything else like that. But join us every Monday around 7-ish. It don't necessarily start at a certain time, but around like 7 o'clock, look out for us. Be on alert. And come join the spaces, man. Listen in. We give you guys a chance to come up and actually talk and have a conversation with us. The first one we did, we had the homie Baylor on there, so shout out to him. Follow him on Twitter as well at Baylorism. But yeah, we had him on there, man. We had a great conversation. We was talking about fucking Ice Cube and O'Shea Jackson Jr. and somehow we ended up talking about what was we having a conversation about?
We were just talking about movies. Like you started talking about damn Velocipaster and shit.
Yeah, I did recommend Velocipaster, but no, we was talking about it wasn't Leonardo DiCaprio. It was somehow okay, I think I remember. I was talking about Russell Crowe stealing roles. Like basically he is taking a bunch of roles from people because you know what I'm saying, like he always be killing it. And then I forgot who we got into. Oh, that's right. We started talking about like Kevin Bacon and all them.
Yeah.
It was just it was a great conversation, but it was just fun. This past week we talked a little bit about some sports and stuff like that. This next week I don't know what we'll be talking about, but make sure you join us, man. We just gonna have good conversations. Like I said, you can listen in, you can request to come up and talk, all that good stuff, bro. We in there just enjoying ourselves. Be a part of the community as well. We got a Twitter community, Viewers Anonymous, come in there, talk about movies, TV, all that good stuff. And that's that. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. Without you, there could be no us. And until the next time, like they said in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.